Welcome to today's journey into the mind. We're diving into some mind-blowing psychological facts that reveal the incredible, often hidden powers of the human brain. From how our memories work to the science behind emotions, these facts will change the way you think about thinking. Fact 1. Your brain often makes up memories. Did you know that not all of your memories are real? Our brains are surprisingly imaginative, and they can sometimes create or alter memories, especially when trying to fill gaps in a story. This phenomenon, called false memory, occurs because our brains prioritize making sense of experiences rather than storing them exactly. It's one reason why eyewitness testimonies can sometimes be unreliable. Fact 2. Humans are hardwired for negativity. Our brains have a natural tendency toward negativity, often called the negativity bias. This is an evolutionary trait from ancient times when focusing on threats could mean life or death. Even today, we're more likely to remember criticism than compliments and focus on problems over successes. Understanding this bias can help us cultivate more positive thinking by actively balancing negative thoughts with positive ones. Fact 3. Music influences your perception of the world. Music has a powerful impact on how we perceive our surroundings. Studies show that when people listen to happy music, they're more likely to view the world optimistically, while sad music can make them focus on negative aspects. Music can even change our memories of an event, depending on the mood it evokes. That's why movie soundtracks are so effective. They can change how we experience entire scenes. Fact 4. We're naturally wired to seek patterns. Humans are pattern-seeking creatures. Our brains constantly look for familiar patterns and connections, whether it's in the clouds, in music, or in everyday life. This tendency, called pareidolia, is why we see faces in inanimate objects or hear familiar melodies in random sounds. While pattern recognition has helped us survive by identifying threats, it also makes us prone to seeing things that aren't really there. Fact 5. The fear of missing out is a real psychological phenomenon. Ever feel anxious when you see friends hanging out without you? That's FOMO. The fear of missing out, and it's more than just a passing feeling. Psychologically, FOMO is linked to our social survival instincts. In the past, being part of a group was essential for survival. Today, social media amplifies FOMO by constantly reminding us of the fun others are having, sometimes even leading to anxiety and dissatisfaction. Fact 6. Your brain can predict future events based on past patterns. Our brains are prediction machines. Based on past experiences and observed patterns, they can predict what will likely happen next. Known as predictive coding, this process helps us move through the world with greater efficiency. It's why we can sometimes anticipate what someone is going to say before they say it, or why athletes seem to react so quickly during games. Fact 7. People are more likely to remember the first and last items. This is known as the serial position effect, where people are more likely to remember the first and last items in a series but struggle with those in the middle. The brain prioritizes the start and end of a sequence because of their distinct positions, which makes it easier to recall these parts later. It's one reason why students remember the beginning and end of a lecture better than the middle. Fact 8. The color blue can calm your mind. Colors can have powerful psychological effects, and blue is one of the most calming. This soothing effect stems from associations with calm elements like the ocean and sky, which subconsciously signal relaxation and stability. Blue rooms have even been found to reduce blood pressure and heart rate, making this color popular in hospitals and wellness spaces. Fact 9. Humans are naturally drawn to faces. Humans are hardwired to recognize and respond to faces from birth. Our brains have specific areas, such as the fusiform face area, dedicated to facial recognition. This adaptation has evolutionary roots, as recognizing faces helped early humans distinguish friend from foe and gauge emotions. Babies as young as a few hours old can even mimic facial expressions, showing how fundamental this skill is. Fact 10. They mirror exposure effects makes us like things simply because we see them often. Their exposure effects describes how familiarity breeds preference. We tend to like things we're exposed to frequently, whether it's a brand, song, or even a person. Advertisers use this effect by showing products repeatedly, making us feel a sense of comfort and trust through repeated exposure, even if we initially didn't have strong feelings toward it. Fact 11. Complaining rewires your brain to be more negative. When we complain, our brains adjust to make negativity a more natural response. This is due to the brain's neuroplasticity, where habits strengthen certain neural pathways. Over time, frequent complaining can actually make us more negative and critical. The good news: practicing gratitude and positive thinking can reshape those pathways in a healthier direction. Fact 12. Multitasking is an illusion. Your brain can only focus on one task at a time. Despite our best efforts, true multitasking is impossible. Our brains can only focus on one task at a time. What we consider multitasking is actually task switching, where the brain rapidly shifts focus between tasks. This constant switching takes a toll on mental efficiency, leading to more mistakes and longer completion times. Single tasking, focusing on one thing at a time, is more productive and less stressful. Fact 13. Your subconscious processes information faster than your conscious mind. The subconscious mind is incredibly fast. While our conscious mind processes information slowly and deliberately, our subconscious is much quicker, allowing us to make snap judgments and react instinctively. This is especially useful in high-stress situations, where quick decision-making can be crucial. For instance, if you suddenly feel uncomfortable around someone, it's often your subconscious picking up subtle cues before your conscious mind registers them. Fact 14. People tend to conform to group norms even against their own judgments. Humans have a strong desire to fit in, often known as conformity bias. People are likely to adopt the behaviors, opinions, and even beliefs of those around them, even when they know these might be incorrect. This tendency is rooted in our social evolution, where being part of a group was essential for survival. This is why peer pressure can be so powerful, affecting behavior across age groups. Fact 15. Body language often reveals more than words. Studies show that up to 90% of communication is nonverbal. Body language, facial expressions, and even posture reveal emotions and intentions more accurately than words. For example, crossed arms can indicate defensiveness, while open posture suggests approachability. Learning to read body language is a valuable skill for understanding others and can provide insights into someone's true feelings. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the mind. If you enjoyed these psychological facts, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the bell for more fascinating insights. Let us know in the comments which fact surprised you the most. Share this video with someone who loves psychology, and we'll see you in the next one.